All right, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the one and only Wrestling Otaku channel. Of course, your personification of excellence on YouTube and YWC, and where the best reviews wrestling. And I'm back here for my second video of the night. It is still, of course, Saturday, September the 14th of 2024. So I want to go ahead and get this one in. It's a little past 10 p.m. Just got through watching AEW Collision. Fine show, really solid main event. And looking forward to seeing what AEW does down the line, especially with Grand Slam in 2 weeks. But here with this video, I'm going to be talking about something that, since coming back, it's a topic that obviously, it's something that I base my channel on, and it's something that I've covered the last several years, really ever since, I've had this channel. And obviously, as you all know, the NFL season is now upon us. It's now here. Of course, we had week one last weekend. The bulk of the week one games finished up last Sunday and Monday, and there were a couple games before that on Thursday and Friday. And so yeah, NFL season is here, and, it's a time where a lot of people, of course, people who are hardcore NFL fans, fanatics, they get really amped up, excited that, football season is back and so on and so forth. And usually I'm like that. But, just something about it within the last few years, especially, going into this year, that you kind of look at it and it's like, it's not as, exciting as maybe it should be, or maybe it has been. And the reason is because the team that I follow, the team that I root for, the Ravens, have been nothing short of a disappointment. It seems like every year they go into the season, you hear these pundits, you hear the analysts, you hear the people in the local media hype this team up. Oh, they're going to do this. Oh, they're going to be this. Oh, there's going to be a good season. Oh, they're going to make a run. Oh, you hear people in the team, people in the team's media staff and the coaches and the players hype up the season. Oh, yeah, we're excited. We're doing this and this and that and this and that. And, you hear these press conferences and, oh, yeah, we're looking forward to the season and yada, yada. And they do that usual talk and so on and so forth. And they hype up, they hype up, the team gets hyped up and stuff going into the year. And then the season happens and it's just like, it's a disappointment, And especially with the last few years, with all this hype, your expectation for what a team does is elevated to a certain extent based on how the team performs. And then when the team fails to live up to those expectations, you get agitated, like I have the last few years. And this season is no different. And I said it in the previous video a little bit, and I said I was going to save it for this video. Obviously, if you don't know already, I'm going to be talking about the Ravens here, okay? I'm going to be talking about the Ravens season so far. So, they hype up, they go into the season, oh, we're going to do this, oh, Lamar Jackson this, oh, they got this person, they got this player, they got that player, Derrick Henry this, and, they got, so on and so forth. And it's like an annual thing with these guys. Like, my expectation, I have a certain expectation of this team, just based on how they've played, based on A, the hype, and B, what they've done previously. And it seems like every year I go into it with a heightened sense of expectation, and every year they fucking disappoint. It's like I said in the previous video, this team really gives me anxiety. I have anxiety watching this team. I have anxiety watching the Orioles too, especially with the way they've been performing lately. That's another story for another time. But I swear these Baltimore sports teams give me anxiety. I'm anxious watching this shit. I'm anxious following the season because I know at some point, oh, it looks good in certain spots, and then, it looks not so good. And then they get to, an important game or a big game, and they fail to perform. And it gives me anxiety. It's anxiety-inducing. It is bad for my health. That's what the Ravens are. That's what the Orioles are. Specifically, the Ravens do this, especially after the events of last year. I don't think I need to comment what happened in that AFC title game. But it's just like it happens every year, and I'm just tired of it, man. I'm just tired of it. At this point, in this stage of my life, I want nothing more than to see a championship come to the city of Baltimore. I don't care if it's the Orioles or Ravens. All I want is to see one of these teams win a fucking title, man. All this fucking hype, and you have nothing to show for it. Nothing. And it's ridiculous. Happens every year. So let's just get into what happened last week. So the Ravens had their first game of the season, week one, on the road against the defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs and fucking Arrowhead, well, whatever the fuck they call that stadium now. And it was the first game. It was nationally televised, Thursday, first official regular season game of the year. Because every year they have, the defending Super Bowl champion for the previous year host the first game of the year. And so the Ravens were picked for this game against the Chiefs. It was hyped as the rematch of the AFC title game. And I knew right then and there, and I think I made a video about this on my, I don't remember if I made it on this channel or the previous channel, but I talked about this before. When the schedule for the season came out, it was this channel actually, It's probably I still got the video here on this channel if you look back up, from a couple months ago. When the schedule came out for the season, and they announced that the Ravens were going to be in the season opening game, the first game of the year against the Chiefs on the road, I knew right then and there that this is a game I was not going to like. This is a game that is not going to favor the Ravens. At all. At all. Especially after the events of that fucking AFC title game with what happened in it. And again, we saw what happened. You saw what happened. You saw how the fucking league screwed this team out of that fucking game. And it's like, there you fucking go. It's like, that's the NFL for you. Every year, this league finds a way to stick it to this team. I hate to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but that's what the fuck they do. I see it plain as day. Plain as day. And sure enough, going into this game, I knew there was going to be some bullshit. And sure enough, I was proven right. They go into the game, and first off, before the game even starts, you have all the fucking spectacle, all the, pregame shit, all the championship celebration, the Chiefs coronation, and this was nothing more than a big-ass fucking nationally televised ass-kissing contest for the Kansas City Chiefs. That's all it was. That's all it was. Nothing but these fucking announcers, these commentators, these play-by-play guys kissing this fucking team's ass, kissing Patrick Mahomes' ass, kissing Andy Reid's ass, kissing fucking Travis Kelce's ass, the whole fucking nine. All night I had to hear this. All night throughout that fucking game. Nothing but a big-ass ass-kissing contest for this fucking team. You might as well, fuck, I would not be surprised. I would not be fucking surprised if those fucking commentators and those announcers were not on fucking Kansas City's payroll. I would not be surprised in the slightest. Because that's all it seemed like. Big-ass fucking coronation. I get it. Oh, Super Bowl, crown the Super Bowl. They put the fucking Super Bowl banner, flag, what the fuck ever. That's all it was. And I hate it when the league does this. I hate it. I've hated it for years. When the league in general and mainstream media, mainstream sports media, NFL media, overblows and hypes up a team like this. I just can't stand it. I can't stand when they kiss a team's ass like this. They did it for years with fucking the Pittsburgh, the Steelers. They did it for years with the fucking Patriots. They did it for years with fucking the Cowboys, even though the Cowboys haven't won shit since the fucking 90s. But they always fucking blow smoke up Dallas's ass, and even though they don't win shit. And now they're doing it with fucking Kansas City. And I hate it. I fucking hate it. The Kansas City Chiefs are the new New England Patriots. You might as well say. Because they're the fucking dynasty. The dynasty. All I fucking heard. Oh, back-to-back Super Bowl champions. Oh, are they going for the three-peat? Are they going to get the three-peat? And that's all the fuck we heard all night. It annoyed the shit out of me. All night. All night during that telecast. All night during that broadcast. Annoyed the fuck out of me. So, that was that. That was the first thing that agitated the fuck out of me about this game. Then we get to the game itself. And let's just be honest. I'm not even going to beat around the bush. I'm not going to go through a breakdown of every freaking thing that happened. Because honestly, I didn't see everything that happened. There were bits and pieces. Like, I watched most of the first quarter. I kind of lost interest throughout it because I saw what the fuck the game was. And going into it, I knew the shit was going to happen. But Kansas City ended up fucking winning. No surprise to anybody. And they had quite a bit of help from the fucking officiating. I'm just going to call it like it is. Just going to call it like it is. Now, the Ravens did not help themselves because they generally play like shit the entire night outside of the first drive. And then they tried to mount a little flurry of a comeback later. But it didn't fucking matter at the end of the day. They fucking can't get the job done. And what this game proved more than anything to me at the end of it was the fact that this team, the Ravens, are incapable of playing from behind. They're incapable of playing against a top caliber opponent or a quality opponent playing from behind, trailing. They're incapable of playing that. They are a team that is incapable of coming back and winning. That's what this game proved to me. And it also proved to me that the league is fucking biased against the Ravens. And they blow smoke up Kansas City's ass. But we already knew that going in. But every single facet of this game agitated the fuck out of me. Every single bit. Every single bit. And people are going to come into this and they're going to give the whole, and I heard this, post-game, I heard it afterwards. Oh, it was a close loss. Oh, they only lost by 7 points. Oh, they took the Super Bowl champions to the limit and da-da-da and all that other bullshit. Listen to me. I do not give a fuck what the final score was. I don't care if they lost by 7 points or fucking 70 points. The fact is, you still fucking lost against a team that you are inevitably going to have to play if you want to get to the Super Bowl. You failed to do it in the AFC title game, and you failed to do it here. You've already lost your one regular season game. So what is there to look forward to the rest of the year? Like, honestly, you already failed to beat the one team that you have to beat in order to get to the fucking Super Bowl, in order to make that Super Bowl push. This is the one team you're going to have to go through. And you showed that you can't get it done. So what the fuck is there to be excited about with this season, huh? What is there to be excited about? What is there to look forward to? We already know you can't beat this fucking team. So what's the point of even investing your time and being excited for the fucking season? You've already shown you cannot do it. It's a fucking embarrassment. It's a joke. And I already knew going in, I did not like this fucking matchup. I did not like this fucking game. I knew it from the opening fucking series. Let me tell you what these motherfuckers did. On the opening drive, the Ravens got the ball first. Because I think Kansas City won the toss and they deferred or whatever. Or I think that's how it went. But the Ravens got the ball first. Ravens opening drive. These motherfuckers were hit. The Ravens were flagged. They were hit by the officials with three, I counted, 3 fucking, what was it, illegal formation? 3 fucking illegal formation penalties on that opening drive. 3 of them. Because, fuck it, there's this new rule or policy that they implemented going into the year when it comes to the offensive line, that the players on the O-line, they all have to be lined up right next to each other. They all have to be lined up right next to each other. And if anybody's like even slightly off the line, or if the helmet is slightly off the line, it's not lined up with the other players, then they're going to fucking call that fucking penalty. Bullshit. Just bullshit. BS fucking shit from this league. And they were flagged 3 fucking times because Rodney Stanley, our incompetent ass fucking left tackle, was like slightly behind the line. I don't know what the fuck. I guess he didn't know the rule, or like he was just doing it out of habit. And they were flagged 3 fucking times for the same fucking penalty on that drive. 3! 3 illegal formation penalties. One of which offset a fucking pass interference call against Kansas City. I knew right then and there what fucking game this was going to be. And the Ravens went down and scored, to their credit. They got to the goal line, they got to the end zone, and Derrick Henry ran the ball in. They went up 7-0. Not that it did much good, because Kansas City got the fucking ball in their first possession. They went right down the field, scored a fucking touchdown. In what, 4 or 5 plays? I knew right then, I was like, yep, that's what this game is going to be. They're going to get hit with bullshit penalties, and then Kansas City's going to run right down the fucking field and fucking score. This defense can't stop a goddamn thing. On a fucking end-around play, of all the fucking plays for you to give up a touchdown, a fucking end-around play from some little scrawny-ass fucking shrimp. Fucking, what was it, Xavier Worthy, I think his name was, fucking ran an end-around, ran right past, zigzagged right past the Ravens fucking defenders, not even touched, ran the ball right in the end zone for a fucking touchdown. What was it, 30, 40-yard run? Whatever it was. And I knew right then and there that this was the kind of game that this was going to be. It fucking agitated the fuck out of me, dude. Fuck. That's all it was, all night. And the Ravens didn't do shit since. Kicked what? 1 field goal, 2 field goals, what the fuck, whatever it was. But they were trailing the entire night after that. Couldn't do a goddamn thing. And then in the final, in the fourth quarter, they were down what? They were down 27-13 at one point. They scored a touchdown, I think, in the fourth, early in the fourth. And then on the final, literally in the final drive, the final seconds, the Ravens score a touchdown. You know, back of the end zone. Guy made the catch back of the end zone. And I'm thinking, okay, you know, they're going to, you know, maybe they're going to do something here. And then it gets fucking called back. And I was like, yep, of course it is. Of course it got fucking called back. Of course. Because that's what this fucking league does. That's all this league knows how to do, is protect this fucking goddamn Kansas City Chiefs team. That's all this fucking league knows how to do, is screw this fucking Ravens team. So the Ravens lose 27-20. And you're sitting here at 0-1. And you have already shown you cannot beat this fucking Kansas City Chiefs team. So what is the fucking point of being hyped about the season now? We've already seen it now. We've already seen what's going to happen if these two teams meet in the postseason, which is unlikely because I know this league is going to find a way to fuck this team out of any other playoff game they play. You have already shown that you cannot beat a fucking champion team. You cannot beat a champion caliber team. So why should I get excited about anything else? Shit agitated the fuck out of me. Oh, fucking Jesus. That's what this team does to me. That is honestly what this team does to me. Every year I have to hear this. Every year, they overhype, they fucking blow smoke at this team. Every year, they gas up the fucking fan base. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. Oh, Lamar Jackson, MVP. I don't give... Listen, folks. I've said this before in previous years. I've said it multiple times. I'll say it here again. I'll reiterate it here again. I do not give a fuck about regular season accomplishments. I don't give a fuck about regular season awards. I want fucking postseason achievements. I want fucking Super Bowls. Super Bowl appearances. This team has not made an appearance in a Super Bowl since fucking 2012. 11 years, 12 years. Since Super Bowl 47, Joe Flacco made that playoff run. Super Bowl MVP. MVP of Super Bowl 47. This team has not done anything since. The closest they came was last year. In that fucking AFC title game where those referees, those biased ass officials, and that overhyped fucking Kansas City Chiefs team ruined this fucking team's first ever AFC title game held in the city of Baltimore. That right there showed that this league will never allow this team to be anything relevant. That's what I had to deal with last week. I had to stew on that for a fucking week. Fucking ridiculous. But anyway, I got that out of the way. I got that out of my system. So what's done is done. Whatever. Ravens are 0-1. They start the season 0-1. The only saving grace for this team, the only saving grace, is the fact that every other team in the division outside of Pittsburgh fucking lost. The Bengals lost. The Browns lost. And the Steelers, the only team in the AFC North that won last week, they beat a shit-ass fucking Atlanta Falcons team. Just barely. Barely. 18-10, I think was the final score. Pittsburgh barely beat a fucking sorry-ass, fucking scrub-ass garbage Falcons team. Nobody's impressed. Nobody's impressed, Pittsburgh. Nobody's impressed. The only saving grace for the Ravens is the fact that every other team in the AFC North looks like shit. That's the only saving grace. But you start the season 0-1. And tomorrow, Sunday, of course, the bulk of the week 2 games, tomorrow afternoon, on Sunday, tomorrow, 24 hours from, actually less than 24 hours from now, the Ravens have their their week 2 game. They come home for the first home game of the season, the home opener against the Las Vegas Raiders. And I will tell you this right here, right now, as sure as I'm standing here, You better win that fucking game tomorrow. And the Ravens are going into that game heavy favorites. I think they're like an 8.5 or 8-point favorite. You better fucking play like it. You better play like an 8-point favorite. You better fucking play like it. Because here's the thing, every year, every season, and I've seen this, I've been a Ravens fan for a long time. Seemingly every season, every season since I've been a fan of this team, every season, there's always that one game, those 1 or 2 games that this team plays, where they play against an opponent that they're heavily favored against, a team that they are clearly better than, and they should handily win the fucking game. And then they fucking choke and they fucking lose. Last year it happened against the fucking Indianapolis Colts. The god-awful Colts. Without their starter. Anthony Richardson went out with an injury. I think they had fucking Gardner Minshew playing. And this fucking team had a home game against the fucking Gardner Minshew-led Indianapolis Colts and fucking lost at home. In overtime, no less. That is the fucking Ravens in a nutshell. And that fucking, and if I could go back to the fucking Chiefs game, that fucking game right there was a microcosm of what this team is. That game right there that we saw week 1 against Kansas City, that was a microcosm of what the Ravens have been. They have all the hype, they have all the fucking, oh my God, they're going to do this and that, and then they fucking fail to perform. I'll tell you this, tomorrow against the fucking Raiders, you better fucking win. You better fucking play to win. You better fucking show up tomorrow. Because I'm telling you, if you choke in this fucking game against the Las fucking Vegas Raiders, are you kidding me? Garbage team. What are they? What were they, like third or fourth place finished third or fourth place last year in the AFC West? If you fucking choke, if this team fucking chokes against the Raiders tomorrow, and they start the season 0-2, I swear to fucking God, as sure as I'm sitting here right now, on everything I own, I will not watch this team. I will not follow this fucking team for the rest of the year. I will refuse to watch any of this team's games for the rest of the year. Because at that point, there's no point. You're done. You're done if you lose tomorrow. I don't give a fuck. Oh, it's only week 2. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I'm not going through this again. I'm not going through this again. Not doing it. Not doing it. Ravens better fucking win tomorrow. I am dead ass serious. I am not joking. You better fucking play tomorrow. You better fucking get the job done against the Raiders tomorrow. So, that's pretty much all I gotta say for that. I've got it all out of my system. So, we'll see what happens tomorrow. Week 2 games. And, yeah, we'll go from there. One other thing I want to mention is, you know, the Ravens came into the season. They got Derrick Henry, free agency off season, and coming from Tennessee where he was an All-Pro, led the league in rushing a few years, and going into it, I didn't expect him to be that Derrick Henry. I didn't expect him to freaking, snap his fingers and suddenly revert to, the all-pro, elite rusher that he was for years because, he's obviously older and coming off injuries and so on and so forth. And his production is, obviously you get older, especially with running backs, your production tends to dip. I understand that. But you signed this guy for a fucking reason. And then he goes into that Kansas City game and only rushes for 46 yards. Meanwhile, fucking Lamar Jackson had, close to 100? So Lamar Jackson is your leading rusher again? It's like, this is a problem. You signed this fucking guy for a reason, to be your lead rusher, and he can only rush for 46 yards against fucking Kansas City. That needs to change. That needs to fucking change. When your quarterback is your fucking leading rusher, that's a problem. I don't give a shit what any of you say. I don't give a shit what anybody says. That's a problem. That needs to change. They need to rush with Derrick Henry more. And with Lamar, you need to fucking focus on what they started to focus on last year, and that is actually passing the ball effectively, and then implementing some play action. You get Derrick Henry going, you get fucking, the play action pass going. This could be a dangerous team. They can score some points, but they need to get on that fucking ball, and I mean quick. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I got that all of that out of my system. So we'll see what they do. We'll see what they do tomorrow. I swear I swear, if they come into tomorrow and they have another disappointment, if they choke tomorrow, if they end up with another fucking loss, another disappointment, I swear to God, man, I swear, I'm gonna be done. I can't deal with that anymore. I just can't. I can't deal with that anymore. So yeah, so that's it. You know, it's pretty much all I got to say for this. Rant over, I guess you could say, if you want to call it a rant. I mean, it kind of was. I mean, I freaking whacked the fucking bench I had, a little bench thing, whatever, over there. But yeah, so that's pretty much all I got to say for this. So we'll see what happens tomorrow when the Ravens play against the Raiders at home. And that's going to do it for this video. So thanks for watching again. Be sure to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Appreciate all the support I can get. And more videos coming, more content coming here on the channel. You'll be seeing more videos from me probably tomorrow, if not, then as early as Monday. It's because I got a few more things, a good number of things, topics, videos that I want to do here. Because I am back. I plan on making the most of it. So that's all I gotta say for now. Till next time, Rest Otaku, I'm out, and see you guys later. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, peace. Have a good weekend.